one big old whole gunny sack full of life, man. That's what makes it such a thrill to be alive on a Thursday, because we're just 2 days away from Saturday, which is the weekend, man, Saturday and Sunday, which is, the end of our servitude for the week, so we can go and, get our toys out and go play, or maybe go out rocking and rolling, or maybe, go down the beach, or gee whiz, who knows what we might do with that free time, man, but, there's always that Monday coming around. But you don't think about that on a Thursday. See, you're so far away from Monday, you forgot that Eid even existed, right? See, it's gone. That horrible day that always tries to drag you down. But, indenturement only lasts 5 days a week these times, maybe 4 days a week if you're blessed, 3 days a week if you're really lucky, or not at all if you're retired like I am. But you never know when I might get well enough that the itch will hit me and I'll be back to work before I know what happened, right? Boy, they call this working. Here doing the DJ, play. Oh, no, that just play for old Grandpa. Relaxing in a sort of way, too, man. I mean, it's like, it's part of what's helping me heal up from all this nastiness that's hit me and caught up with me in these last couple of years. All my hard living, all the hard partying years, man, have caught up to me and wore me down to where I was almost gone. He says with a frown, big frown. But then, he says with a grin, I come back again, man. I didn't go nowhere. I decided I'd stay. And ever since then, well, with the help of our sweet Mary J., I've been coming back to life, ever since like mid-December, something like that. And sure, it comes and goes. It weaves in and out. It's got its own flow, just like everything does, don't you know? And I just have to learn to go with that flow. But the general trend is getting better and better. And I just got to be real careful not to stumble and fall and break a bone or two, because that's where, well, anyway, it would create tremendous difficulty for me. We don't want to do that. So, we got to keep it upright as much as we can, man, and take it easy. When you can't do it, just stay in a wheelchair, man. It's all right. It's okay. You don't have to walk and run everywhere. There's a time and a place for everything. But the general trend is growing and glowing a little more with each passing moment. Because that moment is just the flow. It's one big old moment, just like life is one big old life, One big old gunny sack full. Well, this is one big old gunny sack full of a moment, man. Because it's there all the time, yet it flows. It has the flow of time, see? But actually, it's something a little beyond time. Time is some kind of superficial, artificial measurement that, for whatever the reason, certain human beings made up and imposed on everybody else, But, oh, well. That's the nature of 3D. It's always done a little bit corruptible, crookedly, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Retardation seems to rule every nation these days, doesn't it? All across the earth. Yet, there are these sweet, humble human beings that just keep coming around like that wild mountain honey, sweet as can be, quietly going about their business, being Mother Teresa over and over again a gazillion times without all the accolades, without ever being, acknowledged publicly for what they do, because there's no way anybody would know. They're so quiet and humble about it. Well, some are a little noisy, but that's okay too. It's all everyone playing the sweet role they've been given. Man, nobody does that like America. Nobody, man. Ventura Highway in the sunshine. How can you beat it, man? It's really, really fine. Divine harmony, if ever I say so, if ever I listened to any, participated in any in my whole lifetime. There it is right there. Ventura Highway with the alligator lizards in the air, man, in the air. I love it, baby. Don't you? Well, yeah, see, great little time. Help us get on through while I had to take care of that there important important phone call. I don't normally let those things interrupt my radio show, but see, I'm dealing with lots of issues in my little personal life here. You know, I was talking about the healing I'm going through and all that. Well, you know, doctors and appointments and stuff are part of that too. So sometimes I have to like interrupt myself a bit here because, well, it's necessary. Just like sometimes I can't be here Tuesday or Thursday or whatever because, you know, this doctor can only see me this time of day. So there I am. I got to give priority to myself, because if I ain't taken care of, well, then guess what? Then you're not taken care of, and then the whole world is a sad and sorry place, man, you know, going down in hellfire and damnation and all that shit, right? Well, maybe not, but it is, because, you know, one note softer if I'm not there, see, but anyway, I got to take care of myself, so I will be there and continue to be there and continue this gradual healing process I'm going through that really isn't so gradual. It's pretty amazing to me. But guys, I want you to know that whatever happens to me, I'm at peace about it. I really want to make that point emphatic that, you know, if I should, you know, keel over and die from this too, it's all okay. Whatever comes our way is exactly what we need to be doing when we need to be doing it. I don't feel that's my fate this time around, but, you know, I can't predict it either. That's one thing that, you know, I don't really want to know is when or how or anything like that. You know what I mean? Just let that go. I mean, like I say, I'm at peace. I can accept it when it comes. But I would rather it didn't have to, you know, because I'm having a good time here. You know, it's difficult. I mean, not many people can lead the coyote life that I lead. I mean, it is trying continually, but yet it's pretty easy in its own way. I mean, you get kind of used to the rough and tumble of it, and you just kind of go with the flow of it. And it ain't so rough and tumble. It's edgy, yes. And it stretches you to the max in a lot of ways, emotionally, spiritually, physically. It does. But that's the fate cut out for the likes of me, so that's the fate I fulfill. You see, I just go with the flow. That's what makes it real. That's the deal. That's the secret to your own contentment, your own happiness, your own getting up out of it and getting on with a whole different program than we ever did before. Because it's time to do that. It's time to step out of the indentured slavery we've served under. It's time to let go of the god of money. Let it evaporate. What do you think was evaporating? Right at the beginning of the show today. The wicked witch going down because somebody tossed a bucket of water on her, cleaned up her act just a wee bit, because these are the times we are in. The illusion of darkness melting away through the clarity of a little bucket of water, man. Pure spring water right here from Spring Crick, the rockin' his little radio show you've ever come to know, because we are a rockin' radio show. And oh my goodness, I don't see myself going out on the did I not do that? Oh my goodness. Guys, I am so sorry. I've been doing a whole rock and talk without there was no rock there, you know. Oh, gee whiz. Big mistake. I missed the button, man. Big mistake. I hope this little microphone got it over here on the, I think I had the video going. So if the video got it, then we're okay. Because, you know, we got it saved in a different way, and I can replay it for you later, okay? Because I don't want you to miss a bit of Grandpa's wily wisdom, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Every now and then I get, you know, recalcitrant like that and miss the button and don't get my mic switch up and don't notice, because I'm so captivated in the flow of what I'm talking about, don't notice that my shiny arrogance ain't going out over the radio, going out over the bigger internet, but not the littler one. You know what I mean? I got to pay attention to this 3D, man. It bites you on the backside every time if you don't. Let me go and make sure we're still live and on the air there on the Hazy Radio Network, and it ain't signed me off or something. Oh yeah, we're still there, babies. Gosh, we love you so. Hey, anybody want to come on over to the chat room? I'm kind of lonely over there today. It's just me and Wild Mountain Honey running all over the place. You know, that little chat room is accessible right there at hazyradio.com. Come on over and chatter with Grandpa. I'm looking to change in that when I get some time and energy. I'm looking to change that too. But like I tell you, I've been going through all these health challenges, you know, but it's a coyote life. It's just the way we live it. You know, it's the way it's given to me to be living, because that's my path, don't you know? A lot of times I can do this much better than you could, for example, you know, like go through that or go through that, only so I get the token and you don't. But there's something you're doing even better than I ever could, because, you know, I'm not very good at many things. I'm good at a lot of things, but not great at anything. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know, maybe you're the extremely talented one that got that particular spike, so you go do that over there. See, we all kind of fit together like intelligent little molecules that just know our place and just follow a flow. Now, I know a lot of it in the 3D, in our real world, as we call it here, is kind of forced and regulated, of course. But the reality is, even in that forced regulation, there's a certain flow. It gives you just exactly the experience you want to live in and shows you exactly what you wanted to know in that given moment. In other words, employs your specialty, you know. And if you're an edge player like I am, well, you can take a little edginess, you know. But that doesn't mean you enjoy it or you want to keep it that way. It just means you're equipped to do it, and as long as you have to, you will. But the moment it wants to relax and let you have a real life and not have to be playing out there on the edge all the time, that's cool too. It all works together in its own way and in its own right, you know. And we get it that way because that's the way we spread our wings and take flight, you know. You know, I got to get away from using you know so much, but I'm just reiterating what you already know, you know. That's why I use that terminology. It's not just filling in. It's reiterating and reinforcing in kind of a subconscious way, subliminal way we'd say, but yet here it is right in your face. You know it already. So all I have to do now is say the Q word, you know. Actually, it's two words, but it sounds like one, you know. And it helps bring forward what you know. You start to, just because I kid around with you a little bit and use some jocular terminology, you know, well, that unleashes some of the jocular terminology inside of yourself. Some of the stuff you've kept hidden away from yourself for fear of the truth. The reality of the pleasantry in life, see? Same thing I've been running from forever, man. I'm telling you, you know. There is a way to have it easy day after day, moment to moment, and never, ever be challenged here. Ever. Because we're so far above all of that. When we get into our natural nature, our natural creative nature, what I call the mother love. It's a feeling. It's deep. It's powerful. It's what creates everything. Gets the move in motion. When we get into that, baby, we are the all-powerful. But we're afraid of that. You see? Because we've been taught that the all-powerful are dominant, arrogant, you know, slobs. And they just, you know, they don't deserve respect. They don't hold a good example. We don't want to be that. Do we? But the real ones are the wise ones that are strong but silent. And they're not showing off. They don't have to. They just go about doing what they're doing and quietly help others. Give $1 million to that guy over there because this guy's really gifted and nobody knows. So you give him a little liquidity to launch himself good. Because you know they will. They won't go and squander it on drugs. You know that. You got a heart. You got wisdom. You know the flow. And when you stay in that flow, when you give yourself this communicative time with the universe, as I call it, a lot of people call it meditation, things like that. But it's a communion with the life you're living. It's something you feel. It comes right from the rock and roll heart inside of you, baby. It's that flow. It's soft and easy, but it's rock and roll. Tumble dry you too, man, pretty severely if you let it. It'd give you anything you want. And every blessing you ever wanted, too. It's all here and accessible to you. So my own personal sort of way, I want you to know, I'm pretty content with life as it is. Even though it's a rough and tumble thing, and I don't know one day to the next what's going to be going on or what situation I'm going to be dealing with. If you think about it, even if you live as routine of life as they can be, it's still like that. No 2 days can be completely alike. They never are. You see, the very idea of boredom is something that some programmer dreamed up somewhere. So let's stuff a little of that in there, see if we can convince them that there is any boredom. I mean, how can you be? Life is filled with richness, with heartfelt communication, going on all the time. Heartfelt expansion and creation, going on all the time. We've been taught to look away, especially from inside of ourselves, to be afraid of our own sweet heart. And this is where all of our illnesses and diseases and upsets come from. All of our accidents, too, because they're basically the same thing. And there's really no accident in my way of looking at it. There's experience we create for ourselves. Sometimes in our absent-mindedness, so we won't be so absent-minded, eh? We'd be present, fully present, in all of the mind, which is the heart, the very center of everything. You see, the mind and the heart are inseparable. They're not dwelling in separate locations as it seems inside of our body. I mean, there's no separation inside your body anyway. Your body is your body. There's just different parts of it. Different instruments perform different functions, see? But it's all the same body. It's all the same person, including the auric field that surrounds us. There's no way you can put all of your energy inside this little carcass. Believe it or not, you're just that big. You're that grand and glorious. The blossoms of life, as I say. Well, are you starting to feel that wild mountain honey way now? I mean, do you feel the sweetness, the richness, the knowing and the surety of your own heart in living the life you've lived already? And knowing that it's going to give itself something a whole lot better than this. And that it's already expanded enough now to understand that it has given itself something a whole lot better than what we have perceived it to be. That in every moment we live there is a speck of joy, no matter what that moment was or how miserable it could be. There's always a way of releasing, letting go, of being okay with the worst as well as the best of situations. You see, there's rich rewards in it for all of us. That's why we choose to go through it. Mostly what you experience here in a subconscious way. You never know you made that kind of choice, yet you have. And that's why you're here doing it, okay? Let yourself be rewarded richly in that way then. Let yourself, in other words, feel the life you're living. Don't run and hide when the feeling starts to rise. The deeper ones I'm talking about, the ways of understanding, sometimes referred to in that terminology. But it's just simply an understanding, a knowing. Getting in that flow so you do see it. And you do know, and there's nothing can be hidden from you anymore. Nothing. That's why we don't have to be suspicious. They're snivelly with each other. And we don't have to extend unnecessary trust. We simply know. So we trust what we know. That's what we trust. That flow that we know. And we understand that we're refining our process. That we've been drawn away from that, severely, and programmed completely opposite from what we already are. Kind, compassionate, caring beings. In other words, they're made into something totally monstrous and demonstrably different than that. Right. See? So it takes a bit of doing, bringing us back. We've accepted some things as basic human nature that are the greatest of lies. It is not normal for one human being to draw down on another and kill him. I don't care how normal they try to make it look in the movies or in the military. It's not normal for people to have any kind of argument with each other, let alone get so angry and vile or so cold they could take one another's life in any way. You cannot dignify it. Put all the state government or national governments around it that you want. You cannot dignify killing. You just can't. There's nothing beautiful about it. Yet, there's a reason why we choose to be it, why we choose to go through it. We just get on with this experience. We start to understand that there is always a larger picture, a larger purpose being fulfilled, a larger picture being painted. And that our little experience is a grand part of that painting. Even if it's one little speck of dust on top of one little speck of paint, relatively, metaphorically speaking, see? The grandness of it is what allows us to go through the worst of it, because we know we are in service to the best of it. Simply put, okay? That's rock and roll. That's what makes it a thrill to be alive today on this Thrilling Thursday, wouldn't you say? Old Grandpa comes your way, even if he is a bit of a rattle trap and, misses the switch every now and then. The switch is flipped now, isn't it, babies? See, we're coming out. It's like me when I went through that little death moment in December, man. We're coming out. We've made the turn. That's what that moment represents, is the turning around and the coming back. So, player babies, we have fulfilled your wish. We're coming back. Right? Right. And Pink Floyd will help us reiterate a little more, because they know how to celebrate. They know how to even the score harmonically. Wouldn't you say, ooh, I love them all, man. Oh, play, play, play. Here on the Everclear Hazy Radio Network. Grandpa Coyote, Obi-Wan Kenobi, our little wonder dog who is our co-pilot. And, of course, the energy of Sweet Mary J. always in guidance, helping us along the way, okay? Oh, we love you so, Mary J. Thank you, baby.